And in the spine are strung these 7 seals to be, as referred to in the book of Revelation, to the 7 stars of the 7 churches. 7 lotus centers, call it whatever you will. They all are represented to be and are in your own spine. Beginning at the base of the spine is 1. And while we're counting these, let us do a little technique this morning. It won't hurt us. Let us place our attention, and I'll guide you mentally to the location of these seals that eventually are to be broken, as referred to in the book of Revelation. The one that is called the coccyx center, or the base of the spine, and that is in that what is known in yoga science as the granthis knot, that three-cornered knot that each and every one has at the base of the spine. Inside that knot is a cavity. There is what is called the Shakti power, or the mother of the universe. The meditating yogi meditates on that, and then when he chants on it, Om, or when his mind is on it, the mind directs the attention there, energy follows attention, and then you're able to precipitate those lotus centers, or those seals to be broken, and the vibration against them and on them will eventually open them up. Now there's one at the base of the spine, and there's one at the sacral center, the width of about 4 fingers above. Then there's one at the waistline opposite the navel. Then on up higher, the heart center, there's one opposite the heart. The 5th center is at the base of the neck. And then the 6th center is at the point between the eyebrows. And the 7th center, the 1,000-petal lotus, is at the top of the head. So let our minds go back and focus on this one, this first one, inside this granthis knot. Now these seals or lotus centers they're not even in the physical body, they're in the astral body, and they're strung like a little cluster, and they're hung on a string called a string of citrine. And then these distances apart, there's one of these ganglia, but they're in the astral body, and that's why you have to go back into your physical body, back into the astral body. And when you practice meditation, you do that too. When you do any devotional service, you do it. When you pray, you do it. When you meditate. So now, let us place your mind on the first center at the base of the spine and chant. Now keep your mind there thinking about it, and then set up the vibratory frequency that gets to that, and that too is known to be the serpent power, or say the serpent in the Garden of Eden, the Garden of Eden being your physical body, of course. Now place your mind there. Now keep your mind there, and don't break your attention. Carry the mind unbrokenly, with unbroken attention, to the next one, the width of about 4 fingers above the sacral center. Now hold it there. If you don't, you can't raise the energy. Now hang on the energy till you get it up to the waistline, or opposite the navel. Onto the heart center, opposite the heart. Up to the cervical center, base of the neck. Within the petals of this flower there lies concealed a subtle space, transcending which one sees at length the universe in space dissolve. Now onto the sixth center at the point between the eyebrows. That is the spiritual eye, that is the door into the infinite consciousness. When you forget yourself so completely and behind the darkness of closed eyes, that is the door into the infinite consciousness. Now, twice more at the point between the eyebrows. Keep your mind on the energy and drop it back down to the fifth center at the base of the neck. Down to the heart center. Down to the waistline. Down to the sacral center. Let the energy go back into the coccyx center, or the Muladhara chakra at the base of the spine. Now let us continue to be quiet now. And let us place our attention at the point between the eyebrows, the sacred door into the infinite consciousness. And when you can forget yourself and become quiet and still within, with your concentration fixed at the point between the eyebrows, there is a tunnel that is within everyone, that to your spiritual eye, or the eye of the mind, when that is opened, you will be able to free yourself from your body consciousness, from the cage of the body, just like opening the door of a bird cage and freeing the bird. Only when the meditating yogi, his spiritual eye is open, will he ever understand and realize that. And that is when he will pass out through the 1,000-petal lotus, or at the point between the eyebrows, into the infinite consciousness.